you give someone the title of your best friend, it also comes with responsibility. So in my head, just because I gave you that title of you being my best friend, I will like expect you to treat me a kind of way. And hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video. Today I am doing a sit down video. You guys told me you love them and I've been enjoying making them for you. So in this video, as you saw from the title, we're gonna be talking about female friendships, and mostly in this video I'm going to be emphasizing on how you can have like intentional friendships. This video is for the people that want to improve their friendship, that want to have more friends. And yeah, even if you don't want to be intentional, you can still watch it so that I can get so much views, and you can share with your friends to know what's happening, and you can subscribe to this channel. I need to stop doing that. Anyways, I'm gonna be talking about female friendship. I'm gonna share my experience and I'm gonna share tips with you that have been really helping me. And I don't want this video to be long, so let's jump right into it. So as you heard and saw from the title, before we jump into the tips that I want to share with you, I want to just start with my personal experience for you guys to understand where I come from. And disclaimer, I'm just sharing my experience. I'm just being real and raw. You might have had a different experience when it comes to female friendship. You are free to share your experience in the comment section. You are free to share your tips. I just want to share like my journey when it comes to female friendship, and I hope it's gonna inspire someone out there. I'm just gonna put it out there. And to start, I want to start with my experience. Like growing up, I am the only daughter. I have my stuttering. I have 3 brothers, but growing up I always lived with my cousins. We always like were a big family. So I'm this kind of person who always craves to have like sisters, friends. So because I always had this longing, if I can call it that, I always wanted to that connection. I used to be this kind of person who did too much to have friends. Like whenever you would show me attention, like I will go all the way for me to keep you. So in my teen years, I really didn't have like so many friends. My friendship were not giving. And then in my early 20s, you know, when you are in university, you're exploring, you're having fun. I used to have like one close friend, because I used to be this kind of person, like I'm still that kind of person, by the way, who has like this one focal person, like this one person that I talk to. So I used to have that one person. But you know, when you finish studying, people tend to grow apart. So our friendship didn't really, you know what I'm saying? So we grew apart. Yeah. So we grew apart, and yeah, I really struggled having friends. I used to be this kind of person that will confuse work colleagues with my best friend. As long as you open up to me and talk to me and I open up to you, in my head I'll be like, oh, she's my best friend now, just because we shared 1 or 2 things together. And then, you know, when you give someone the title of your best friend, it also comes with responsibility. So in my head, just because I gave you that title of you being my best friend, I will like expect you to treat me a kind of way. And then when I will not have that treatment, or when things will not go as I planned in my head, I will get angry and I was about to say shit. I will get angry. And you know, it was really hard. I really struggled when it came to female friendship, and I'm this kind of person. I struggle a lot with attachment. So it will be like, I want you, and then when people want me, I just run. So when in my late 20s, because I'm 28, aging like fine wine. So in my late 20s, I stopped like forcing relationship. I stopped forcing friendship, and I started focusing on myself. And then that's when like good friends started coming to my life. And that's why I want to share these tips for someone who always felt like friendship was not working for them. They always feel like they're struggling when it comes to friendship. I hope these tips are gonna help you, and I'm praying to the Holy Spirit that the Holy Spirit helps me articulate what I want to share in a good way, so that whoever is watching this video get inspired and get, you know, touched by whatever I'm going to share. Amen. So let's start. I always have my notebook here. have memory issues. First thing I'm gonna share with you is that not everyone is your friend. That is something I had to learn the hard way. I used to be this kind of person. I think I talked about that. Like, for example, I go to work, I meet someone, we connect. Because you know, at work, you always have the work best friend. You always have that person. So just because you talk about work related stuff doesn't mean that person is your friend. You need to differentiate your friends, your best friends, and acquaintances, like people you just met. So in the past, I used to struggle with that. I will meet with someone, we hang out like more than 3 times, and directly in my head, I would assume we are best friend, and then I will start feeling entitled, you know, and it will always end bad. So that is one of the things I learned, that not everyone is your friend. You need to categorize, and you need to know what to share with whom, because the moment you share information, your personal information, with the wrong person, you know what happens. So not everyone is your friend. You need to know how to differentiate them, and that is something you learn throughout life. So, but if you're watching this video, you need to do better than me. The second thing I want to share is that you need to have boundaries and respect them. Yeah, as I said, I think having boundaries should have been the first point. Yeah, so as a person, as an individual, before you engage in any relationship with the person, it can be a boyfriend, it can be a friend, it can be anybody. Before you engage in any relationship, you need to have boundaries as a person. You need to have values. So when I was on my healing journey, I think that is when things started making sense. Yeah, my stuttering, sorry, I got to understand that the reason why most of my friendship didn't work is because I didn't have boundaries. I used to be this kind of person because I craved that sisterhood. I craved to have people, whoever will come into my life, I will let them, because I always wanted, like in my head, the only thing that I wanted was a best friend. So whoever showed interest, I will let them in my life. And then I will find out that sometimes their standards, their goals are not aligned with mine, and we are not aligning, and things, I have to let them go, I have to start over. And all of those trials that I went through, well, because I didn't really have boundaries as a person. So you need to have boundaries in all aspects of your life. You need to have boundaries when it comes to work. You need to have boundaries when it comes to who you're dating. You need to have boundaries when it comes to what you consume on social media. You need to have boundaries when it comes to friends, when it comes to friendship, when it comes to sisterhood. Be careful who you call your friends. Be careful who you call your best friend. Be careful you share the information with. So you need to have boundaries. It's gonna help you a lot. If you've been struggling with friendship, you need to sit down and analyze, why am I struggling? Most of the time you'll find that the reason why things are really hard for you and your friends is because you don't have boundaries. You need to have boundaries, and you need to respect them. Another thing I want to share with you is that when it comes to friendship, it is something that I'm gonna say here right now, is that you have to date your friends. Not to date like romantic dating. You know, when you, let me give you an example, right? When you meet a guy, before you move him from just an acquaintance to your boyfriend, you go on different dates. Yeah, you go on different dates, you ask them different questions, you want to know their favorite color, their favorite show. You go on this, you see how they act in public, you need to know their educational background and everything. You also need to do that with your friends. As I said, this will save you from a lot of trouble. Yeah, so that is something I never did in my past friendships. I used to meet with people just because we talked and we connect on two things directly. You are in my friend cycle, and then in the future I'll find out that your standards doesn't not align with mine, and then that is a struggle. And then I'm struggling with the, you know, the thing I used to struggle with a lot was I shared a lot with this person. If I cut them off, what if they talk about it? What if they do this? And I will stay with you not because I appreciate the friendship that we have, but because I'm afraid of what you might use, because now you know me so well. So you need to date your friends. You need to know who the person is before you even call them your friends. You need to test them. You need to see how they act with other people. You need to see who they are as a person. You need to understand them before you introduce them to your life. Because there is a saying that says, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. So if you never get time to know who you're calling your friends, you might find yourself with the wrong crowd. So you need to be really cautious. You need to date your friends. Go on coffee dates, go on a movie date together, spend time out of your comfort zone. If you met at work, go out. Let's see if that person can talk about other things rather than work gossip, because most of the time you may be connected to a person a lot because of the gossip you talk about. We know, yeah. And then when the gossip is no longer there, you find yourself like you no longer have anything in common, and it is hard now. So that is why you need to date your friends. And then from that dating phase, you will get to know, oh, this person can really be my friend, or this person can stay in just the acquaintance stage, and that is something I had to learn the hard way. Because as I said, I will meet someone and directly in my head, they are my friends. I start oversharing, I start overdoing things, and then I cannot undo what I did. But now I meet you, we and then I get to know you, I get to interact with you, I get to see how much you really want to be my friend. Because sometimes people don't even want to be your friends, they just want to know you, and that is it. Just leave it there. Don't force yourself in someone's life. So I get to know you, I get to see. So if we connect, we get to talk about it. That is something that I started doing. We talk about it. I need you to know where I stand, and I need to know, because I don't want any of us to have like assumptions, and don't want you to start calling me your best friend if I'm not your best friend. Yeah, that's the truth. So another tip I want to share with you is that you have to believe what they show you. Don't ignore the red flags when it comes to friendship. As I said, you need to date your friends, you need to get to know your friends, and you need to believe what that person is showing you. If you want to really know if someone is your friend, don't ignore anything. So I've been having situation when I have someone that I call a friend, and that person is always saying negativity in my eyes, and then they'll be like, oh, it's just a joke. You have that friend who's always bashing you. You have that friend who never support your ideas. You have that friend, you're just like, oh, I want to open a YouTube channel, and they'll be like, hey, I'm gonna tangi. That's not your friend. And you don't have to sugarcoat it and be like, just because this person is not into content creation, that's what they say. Well, don't sugarcoat it. That's how they think, and believe me, behind your back they will say worst. That's on period. That is something I realized, because I'll have someone, they will not like, you're my friend, I tell you about everything. And when you have friends, you have expectations. I tell you about everything. I want you to support me. And then with that friend, you never watch my video, you never like my video, you never ask me what is happening. And in the past, I used to be like, not everyone has to like what you like, but at least even if you don't like it, you have to support, because I'm your friend. You have to show that you believe in me. I need that support. I need to feel supported by you, and they will never do any of that. And like after 2 months, we are no longer talking, and you're wondering why. It is because that person was never your friend in the first place. You need to believe what they show you. If this person is always making comments about your body, if this person is always saying something negative about you, believe me, that's how they feel. That's how they feel. Don't tolerate any bullshit because you want to have friends. I used to be like that until I reached the point I was like, nope. And then I started working on myself, and then that's when I started attracting people who really support me. I have so many of my friends who do not do content, but they will be with me. I'm just giving an example when it comes to content creation. I have so many friends, they're not content creators, but they'll be like, oh, let me take a video of you, let me take a picture of you, I saw the video that you posted, I love it. They'll be giving me ideas. You need to be surrounded with people who believe in you, with people who push you to do better, not just the other way around. Nope. Out, exit. The tip I want to say is that your friend says a lot about who you are. As I mentioned, like the people you hang out with says a lot about who you are. If you hang out with people that always gossip, you are a gossiper, and that's a fact. Don't be like, oh, just because they do that, they do not do that. If you do not do that, if you do not believe in that, why are you hanging out with them? And if you hang out with rich people, it means you're rich or you're on your way to become rich, you know? So make sure that the people you surround yourself with align with who you are. And if you see things that do not align with who you are or who you want to be, it is okay to exit. You don't have to stay because you want to be alone. Believe me, being alone is better than being with the wrong crowd. I know Stromae said that in French. I don't remember how to say it. Another tip I want to share is that you need to, you need to know, like, coming back on that tip, there's one point I remember that I want to share. There is a major red flag in women, in female friendship, that you need to look out for. If someone comes to you and tell you, I heard so and so saying this about you, and that person give you all the details, you should not be angry about what the other people were saying about you. You should start asking yourself, like, why did those people were so comfortable, said so much about me with you around? Let me tell you why. Like, if those people, like, let's say you are like a group of friends, you go to a same school with this group of friends, like these people know that you are friend or best friend, this kind of person, they know you guys are friend, and they start talking about you. Knowing your friend is there, just know your friend is giving them the tea. That's a major fact. Because I'm just sharing from my experience. If I'm your friend and I hear people talking about you, I'll be like, oh, whoa. Stop there. I'm very protective. When it comes to my friend. If you are my friend in real life, please comment and tell them. I'm very protective, and I will never sit down to a table where they're talking about you, because I'll be like, do not say that in my presence. And though I'm very protective to the point that people can see that I'm protective of you, people can tell we are friends, and they will never have the courage to say what they want to say with me around. So if people are comfortable talking shit about you with your friend around, you need to start analyzing if that person is really your friend. Zamgir. Moving to the next point, you need to know what you're looking for when it comes to friendship. That is a mistake that I've done in the past. Like, I'll meet with someone, we'll meet at the bar, we'll meet when I'm out, and then we start hanging, and then, as I was saying early in this video, and then you'll find out that your values do not align. So you need to know what you're looking for in friendship, as you do when it comes to guys. When it comes to dating, you also need to know when it comes to friendship, which kind of friend do I want to have, which kind of characteristic do they need to have. You need to know. But for me, for example, if I give you an example, when it comes to friendship, I want to have an intentional friend. I don't want to have a friend that will be like, oh my god, sorry, disappearing. Whenever you feel comfortable to come back in my life, you're back. I need an intentional friend, and I'm very vocal. Let me tell you, I'm very vocal. I will tell you where I'm at in life. I will tell you, like, this is happening. That's why I wasn't calling you, but I'm thinking of you. I need an intentional friend. Like, an intentional friend doesn't mean we always have to be like this, but I need to know that respectfully we are good friends. Another thing that I look for when it comes to friendship, I need to have a friend that I'm gonna grow with. So before I can move you from, acquaintance to friendship, I analyze the conversation that me and you are having, and I analyze if that you're really going to contribute to my growth or not. And it is okay to do that when it comes to me. If I'm not contributing to your growth, please cut me off. it's okay, I understand, but do it respectfully. So I analyze the kind of conversation that we're having. I analyze the kind of support you're giving me. Are you a positive person? Because I don't want to be surrounded by a negative person. I'm going through a lot as an individual. I'm struggling mentally. One day I'm happy, the next day I'm depressed. I don't need another source of depression. Thank you. So I'm very keen when it comes to my friendship, because I'm going through a lot personally. I'm growing, I'm healing, I'm struggling, I'm broke. You know, in your 20s, you're just figuring life out. So the last thing you need is people that stress you. So I'm very selective when it comes to my group of friends, and I always make sure that I communicate my intention, because I don't want you to take my action the wrong way. I learned from my past mistakes, and I'm not repeating that. Another last tip that I want to share with you when it comes to friendship, you need to re-evaluate your cycle and yourself on a regular basis. So you might have someone and you can become friends. As I said at the start of the video, you may outgrow a relationship, you may grow apart in any relationship. So you need to always re-evaluating your cycle. You need to make sure that are we still friends? Where are we? You need to check on your friends. You need to be intentional. So you need to always be checking, because as we know, your enemy always come from your closest friends. So you need to always keep on checking and making sure that everything is good. You need to always nurture, you need to always be nurturing your friendships and your relationship. So all this to say, if you want your relationships to work, if you want your friendship to work, you need to be very intentional. And the last thing that I want to add, which is really key, is that you attract who you are. That is the key. That is the key. You attract who you are. Your energy never lie. You want good people, you have to be a good person. Nobody is perfect. We are all on a journey of becoming better. So you need to always strive to be better if you want to attract better. Like growing up, we used to be gossipers, we used to be doing this. At your big age, now if you're 28 like me, you need to be attracting better. If you enjoy gossip, it's okay. I also enjoy gossip. But apart from gossip, what else does the friendship brings, you know? And it all revolve around the person that you are. If you're not intentional, if you're not good, if you do not communicate, trust me, you attract a communicating person, but they will get tired of you. So you always have to be willing to pull into yourself. You always have to be willing to work on yourself. You always have to be willing to be intentional with your friends, because you attract who you are. Hey. That is what I wanted to share. I feel like when it comes to friendship, I can talk a lot, and so far I'm so grateful of the group that I have in my life. I'm so grateful for the women in my life right now. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for my work friends. I'm grateful for my acquaintances. I am grateful for my followers, because my followers are also part of the group of friends, because there are people that I have a great relationship with on Instagram. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for where I am in life, and I feel like all of this came from me working on myself. If I had never taken the chance on me to work on me, I would not be here with the friends that I have. Another thing that I want to add is that you need to have friends that pray for you. You need to, it comes with the support. You need to have friends that support you from A to Z. Don't let people fool you that there's no more supporting friends in this world. They're lying. I know, I can testify. I have a good and great supporting system. They pray for me, they check on me, they support me. Even when they do not believe in what you're doing, they are supportive. They even do TikTok videos with me. So all this to say, good friends are there. Female friends are amazing. So you need to work on yourself. You need to always be putting in your cup. And I'm so grateful for where I am in life. I feel like one day I'll have to invite all my friends and then they do a video together. If you want that, let me know in the comment section. I want to end the vlog here. I don't want to bore you, because now I'm screaming. Thank you for watching. I will see you in another video. Bye. Take care.